Everyone wants their cut flowers to last as long as possible. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my pro tips on how to make your flowers last. My name's Ellen Frost. I'm the owner of Local Color Flowers, and I've been a florist for over 15 years. I write a weekly newsletter all about flowers, which you should definitely check out because it's awesome. And I also host an online community called Flower More, an online community for flower nerds who want more flowers in their life. So I think sometimes cut flowers get a bad rap because consumers think that they don't last very long and are not worth the money. But with these really easy techniques that I'm going to share with you today, you can make your flowers last much longer than they would without them. Getting the most vase life out of your flowers starts when you're choosing the flowers themselves. So first you want to think about choosing flowers that have a long vase life, and you might not know what those are, but a little bit of Googling, a little bit of research will tell you if the flowers that you're considering have a long or short vase life. Next, you want to think about choosing flowers that don't have any blemishes, don't have any wilting, are not totally blown open, because what that is going to do if you are choosing high quality, fresh flowers, they are going to be without any sort of blemishes. You can see here, these flowers have a little bit of water damage. This could mean if you're choosing them, they're old or they have been damaged and they may have less of a vase life. You also don't want to choose anything that looks wilty, anything that has, is drooping, or anything that looks like it's been sitting for a long time without any care, because that also is going to affect the vase life. You might not also want to choose something that is totally wide open, because again, that could mean that those flowers have been sitting for a long time. You might want to think about choosing flowers that are closed, so not fully open. They will open in the vase, so don't be afraid to buy flowers that are closed. The majority of flowers will continue to open in the vase. And you want to just check that there's no blemishes, no mold, no wilting, and that there's no damage to the stem, so that the stem is, intact without any damage. Once you've chosen your flowers, you want to bring them home and you want to get them into water as quickly as possible, because the longer flowers are out of water, the more likely they are to be damaged or to be wilted. And so once you get them home, you want to take any wrapping off and take any leaves off. So if you have any leaves that are going to go in the vase, take those off, clean those right up. And then give the stems about a ½ inch trim. And you want to make sure you're doing that with clean clippers. I know that seems like a really small detail, but your clippers and scissors that you use in like your kitchen, they can be gross and covered in bacteria or dirt. And anytime there's bacteria or dirt on your clippers, that can get into the stems of your flowers and it can clog them up, making it harder for them to take up water. That's the same with your vase. You want to make sure that your vase is totally clean. So I know myself, I have vases at home. I use them, I dump the water out. I don't always really clean them really well, but you want to make sure that you really clean your vase really well before you put the water and the flowers in, so that there's nothing clogging up those stems, so that your flowers can immediately start to take up water. When you're placing your flowers in your house, you want to put them somewhere cool, not near direct heat. So not on top of a radiator or in a sunlit room that's very warm, or a window that gets a lot of sun. Because these flowers, once they're cut, they start to die basically, and they want to stay as cool as possible once they've been cut. So place them somewhere where they're going to stay cool and out of direct sunlight. Once you find a spot for your flowers, you want to maintain them every day until they're finished. And I know maintaining flowers might seem like a lot of work, but you're really going to get your money's worth if you just do a few simple things. So the first thing is to make sure that you clean the water in your vase every single day. And the way to do that is to just take your whole bouquet out. Nothing's going to happen to the design. Empty out your vase of water. Clean your vase. So again, you want to make sure there's no bacteria that's living at the bottom of that vase. Pour clean water in and pop your flowers right back in. If you're using a clear vase like this one, you'll be able to see that the water is dirty. But if you're using an opaque vase where you can't see that the water is dirty, you might forget. So just make a habit of every morning when you come down and you see your flowers, just, like I said, take them out, dump the water, put clean water in, pop them right back in. The other thing you want to do is maybe about every 2 to 3 days is to give these stems another quick trim. Just like you did when you first brought them in, you trimmed the bottom. We're going to do that again, just about a ½ inch. Trim them all up. And what that's going to do is cut off any like moldy or gross or mushy parts of the stem so that there's a fresh cut and those cells are opened up and your flowers can take up water again. Just these two simple steps themselves are going to really make your flowers last a lot longer. Then every day as you're observing your flowers are going to change. They're going to open, they're going to close, depending on what they are. They might be moving towards the light. And every flower has a different vase life. So some of the flowers in your design may last a week or two. Some may only last a couple of days. If you see any flowers that look like they're dying or they're getting wilty or they're getting old looking, just take those flowers out, throw them away, and keep your arrangement intact. This will prevent sort of that mushy, gross stem from clogging up your water more. So the rest of your flowers can continue to hydrate and can continue to live. So every day, just double check your stems. Anything that looks bad, just pluck it out and leave the rest. Once you get down to the last few stems, your vase might feel like too big for the flowers that you have left. You can just get like a little bud vase and take your remaining flowers, cut them down short and put them inside the bud vase. A lot of the flowers will probably last much longer than more of the ephemeral flowers that have a short vase life. I know that if you incorporate these pro tips into your designs at home, your flowers are going to last a lot longer. And we all want our flowers to last longer. We don't want to spend money and have something die immediately. So make sure you incorporate all of these techniques into your design and enjoy your flowers for many, many days to come.